Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins,
I'm Paul Hankins.
and you're on the air with Power Squared. Tonight we thought we'd talk about an event that's coming up that involves one of us, and it's judging at a Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional.
Yes.
And guess which one of us will be doing the judging?
Me.
Yes. So we did a 25th anniversary show
Yeah.
about Yu-Gi-Oh!, which we'll link to on the YouTube. Um, But let's talk a little bit about how you got involved with the game, the card game Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, the easy answer is I watched the anime when it came out over here, and I wanted to play the game.
Okay. Was there always a card game involved with the anime, or did the card game come out of people being interested in the game?
Okay. It's so the manga was originally not card game centric. It
Okay.
was about games in general.
Right.
And then Takahashi created the universe card game, uh, Magic and Wizards, which was kind of loosely based on Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
And that became popular, so he focused the gaming aspect around that, but he still had his own storyline built around it and occasionally revisited the idea of other games. The anime uh, firmly has the game be Duel Monsters, and in fact, the Japanese name for the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters to separate it from the original Toei anime.
Okay.
And it's far more card game centric, and it doubles as a advertising vehicle for the card game. So it's telling the story, like the Yu-Gi-Oh story, but from a certain point. But at the same time, it's the booster releases kind of lined up with cards that were revealed in the show.
Okay. So they kind of grew up together.
Yeah.
Okay. And so how long have you been playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Roughly. I'm not looking for an exact date when you started. But
Pretty much since it came out over here.
So-
Not like literally day one, but pretty much day one,
okay.
which is since I was a little kid.
Right. But
They got us young.
before that was kind of Pokemon, wasn't it?
Pokemon is still
I
a
mean,
big thing.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not, but I mean
Right.
that was in your life that was a big thing for a little while.
Yeah, the problem is Pokemon is advertising a video game, and I wasn't able to play the video game.
Okay, right. You're lousy parents. I got it. Okay. I think we've made up for that in the meantime.
Yeah.
So you've been playing the game for a long time, and have you ever competed at a regional?
No. I have only competed at the local level.
Which means at a store.
Yeah.
So what made you decide, hey, I want to be a judge?
Well, I actually kind of had the idea kind of got planted in me during TOS format, or aka Eternal format, because it lasted like a year.
Uh-huh.
TOS refers to the four top ducks at the time. Thunder Dragon, Orcust, Sky Striker, and Salamangreat.
Okay.
When I saw what the judge test looked like, I was kind of interested, but I didn't go through with it because like fear of commitment.
Okay.
Then in the last couple years, I was finally motivated to do so after learning that a YouTuber that I watch, Team APS, also had done judging.
Okay.
So I decided I should actually do it, or actually try it. The main reasons are, well, there's gaining experience doing certain things,
Mm-hmm.
like teamwork or some form of leadership. It also appealed to me trying to, like, you have to enforce the rules. So
Yeah.
I can do that. I can read cards.
Right.
And the other aspect of it is judges get exclusive stuff.
So
Plus, there's a recent development, judges get paid.
okay, well that's also a good thing. So how did you become a judge?
There is the RC1 test, or Rules Comprehension 1 test.
Okay.
You just have to pass that test. And for me, it was pretty easy. And after you complete the test, they offer to let you be part of the judge program, and you can opt out of it.
Right.
Like, you don't have to accept it. I chose to accept it, and then I'm on the database.
Okay. So,
It's that easy.
but don't the rules of the game change, or just the cards change?
Well, the rules can change with the cards. What changes the most, besides what cards are out and the rulings around those cards, is the policy documents.
Okay.
The core rules have remained pretty much the same since the beginning, but they've been adjusted over time, and the only major changes have usually come with new summoning mechanics.
Okay.
Like when they introduced link summoning, they had to introduce the rules around link summoning.
Okay.
They have over time adjusted the rules. Like when the game first came out, both players could draw on their first turn, or there could only be one field spell up at a time. But they eventually made it so like only the person who goes second draws on their first turn, and both players can have a field spell up at the same time.
Okay.
They've usually come about because of how things have gone in tournaments, or just like quality of life for the players.
Do they try to keep you as a judge, make sure you're up to date on the rules if they've changed or adjusted, or do they do that when you get you guys together to do the judging, or?
Okay, so judges, you have to be familiar with the rule book, and then you also have to be familiar with the tournament policy document and the penalty document.
Okay, so they do provide you with something.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's your responsibility to read those documents to make sure that you are thoroughly informed on what is and is not allowed.
Okay. How long was it between you passing the test, signing up to be a judge, and actually were a judge?
I think it was after I completed the test to become a judge. It was like a couple weeks to be official. So a couple weeks before I could officially call myself a judge, because it has to be manually reviewed by a human.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think like the next month I was able to get into a regional.
Okay, which is pretty quick.
Yeah.
So for those of us who've never been to a regional, like how many players are there?
It depends on the exact regional. At the regional I judged, it was like 500 people.
Okay. And how many judges did they have roughly? I'm not asking for exact numbers. And, we're not trying to dox anybody. I'm just...
Right. Almost like a little under 20 judges, probably.
For 500 people?
Yeah.
That keeps you pretty busy.
And different judges can have different tasks.
Right.
Like in the regional I judged at, I was a floor judge.
Okay, so what does a floor judge do?
A floor judge is assigned certain tables. The tables that we were assigned can change between rounds. And we have to patrol that area, observe duelists as they're playing to see if something is make sure they're playing right,
Mm-hmm.
like they're not cheating or anything. And if someone raises their hand and asks for a judge, we have to answer the call.
Okay. Can you, as a judge, kick somebody out of the tournament?
The head judge can.
Okay.
The head judge has certain power that a floor judge does not.
Okay. But you could theoretically bring in the head judge to say this guy's cheating, and if somebody was.
It depends on the situation.
Okay.
With a floor judge, you're typically answering ruling questions, although policy questions can also come up.
Mm-hmm.
For ruling questions, it can be as simple as, like, can I activate, like, am I able to chain this card to this card? In my case, it was like chaining a quick play spell to a counter trap, which you can't do.
Okay.
It can also be a really complicated situation, like I had a judge call that lasted like 10 minutes,
Right.
and it came down to a dispute between life points. And the thing is, you're allowed to use Neuron, which is a official, and pencil and paper to track life points. But if there is a discrepancy between Neuron and pencil and paper, we prioritize the pencil and paper because you're supposed to be using pencil and paper to track life points.
Okay. So your first time judging, were you did you have a buddy judge or something in your little area, or were you just kind of on your own?
We had to patrol the tables we were assigned ourselves.
Okay.
If it was a question that we weren't completely sure about, we could ask another judge for assistance, usually the floor lead.
Okay.
I asked for assistance a few times because it involved cards that I had read before but was unfamiliar with in practice.
Okay.
And there was also a mentor judge who could help the other judges with dealing with certain situations or telling us how we had been doing.
Okay.
For my understanding, even though I did mess up occasionally, because we're human,
Yeah.
I still did pretty well.
Good. So basically, you have a table judge, table judge. You have a floor judge, and you have a head judge.
Floor judges monitor tables
Okay.
and answer ruling questions.
Okay.
The
I'm sorry.
floor lead.
Floor lead. Okay, I got it mixed up. Sorry.
The floor lead manages the floor judges.
Okay.
There were multiple floor leads
Okay.
for different areas. Then there's the head judge and assistant head judge.
Okay.
The head judge has the ultimate authority on a ruling. If you give a ruling, a player can potentially appeal the ruling. In that case, you explain the situation. Right, you have to go to the judge table, write down what the appeal is about. You also need to make sure you mark the time at which the judge call was taken and the table number, and then you get the head judge or the assistant head judge
Right.
involved, and whatever the head judge says is final.
Okay. So he's like the ultimate authority in the room.
Yes.
Okay.
And I had been appealed a couple times.
Okay. Well, were you overturned on appeal?
Both times the ruling was upheld.
Okay. So that's good.
The one important thing when delivering a ruling is confidence.
Right.
Even if you're wrong, you have to be confidently wrong.
Sound like you're right. So if I understand it, there's a tournament and then there's a public event.
Yes.
Is that the same, or just these are people just happen to be there playing?
The regional, you have to sign up. You sign up for that early, like early in the day. That's what people are signing up for. So these are people who are trying to get their invite for nationals.
Right.
Then there's the public events. These are duelists who are not necessarily trying to get an invite. They are there to play. They can be alternate formats,
Mm-hmm.
like usually at least one Time Wizard format, or a Dragon Duel, which is for kids.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, you still have to pay for those, just like you would pay to play the regional. But it's a way to duel at the event without participating in the main event.
Now, are there a lot of people at the public event?
There can be.
Okay.
Again, it depends on the event.
Right.
And there are judges who are specifically assigned to handle public events.
Do they have the same structure in that room where there's a head judge for the public event?
Yes.
Okay.
The public event has its own head judge.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's usually fewer judges at the public events than there are with the main event.
Right. So, if I'm a participant at the regional, I'm just hoping to get an invitation to the national.
Yeah, you have to make top cut. You have to make top cut to get the invite or your points for the invite.
Okay. So,
And the top cut depends on the top cut, and related to that, the number of rounds depends on the number of players.
so if let's say, so all I'm paying to play at the regional, and if I make the cut, you don't win the regional, but if you make the cut, you get invited to the national.
You either get your invite or you get points toward your
Okay.
invite.
I mean, I'm not winning anything.
There is pricing.
Okay.
Actually, they altered the tournament policy very recently. For at the regional, it was just Swiss rounds, but across 2 days, there's Swiss rounds and then single elimination playoff the second day.
Mm-hmm.
They changed it so the playoffs are only for the top 8, but otherwise pricing is not affected by that. So if you're in top 64, for example, depending on the size of the event, you'd still get your top 64 pricing.
Which is just more cards or paraphernalia?
It's not cards.
Okay.
It's at the regional, people won accessories like fancy deck box, a mat.
Okay. There's no cash prize.
No cash pricing.
Okay.
It has been that way since the beginning, and people say that's because of Kazuki Takahashi, but the only source on that is a TV Tropes page that does not have a source of its own.
Okay.
It's actually because of the licensing agreements.
Okay.
Because Konami themselves do not own the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. They license the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game.
Okay.
And it's actually a bunch of licensing deals in a trench coat.
Okay.
And all these companies that are involved with the licensing have a say in things, even if the people who have a say don't actually play the game themselves, which kind of result in some weird stuff. Yeah. But it's because of the licensing deals that there is no cash pricing. So instead, players win prizes that they could sell for money, like at some events, a Nintendo Switch.
So if I go to nationals, I just get I place there. I would just get bigger prizes.
Well, at nationals, you're trying to get into worlds,
right? Which is okay. So
there's 4 tiers
of
events. Tier 1 is locals. Tier 2 is regionals and similar. Tier 3 is nationals and world championship qualifier.
Mm-hmm.
And then tier 4 is the world championship, which they had recently in France.
Well, so let's just say I
next year it'll be in Tokyo.
Oh, cool. So if I'm so I go to my local regional
Yeah.
in there, and then if I get invited to the nationals, I have to pay my own way to go to the nationals. I'm just asking as a player.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
There are people who travel for events.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'm not. And
Like
then
for bigger events, some people like pay for travel, like airfare and hotel
okay,
and stuff.
and then for worlds, I'd have to like have a passport, visa, and get myself to Tokyo if I was to do that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think so.
And
I don't know exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Some people are able to go on Konami's dime, but I don't know how that works.
Okay. All right. That sounds well. It'd be great to go to another country, I guess, and play
Yeah.
a card game. So coming up, you're going to be a floor judge, but also have another responsibility.
Yeah, duck check.
And what does that include?
Duck check. When people at tier 2 events or higher enter the tournament, they have to submit their deck list.
Okay.
So you're saying these are the cards that are in your deck, whether it's your main deck, extra deck, or side deck.
Okay.
Main deck and extra deck are what you have in play,
Mm-hmm.
and your side deck is a side deck of up to 15 cards that you can use to exchange within your deck between games in a match.
Because you might realize you need a different card, right?
Yeah, like you're trying to deal with certain matchups. So, as a deck check, I am going to be told more about this, but
Okay.
from my understanding with doing my own research on it, players are randomly chosen either before a round or like at the beginning of a round or in the middle of a round. And then after the players at that table present their decks, you tell them, like, you've been selected for a deck check, so you take their decks to the judge table.
Uh-huh.
You have to take their deck boxes also, because any card that is in the deck box is considered part of the deck.
Okay.
So then you compare. What you're doing is you're comparing the cards in their deck to the cards in their list, and you're also checking for any marked cards.
Okay.
So like, can you distinguish it if it's face down?
Okay. Oh, I see. That's a blah, 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 because they've marked it.
Or you see a lot of the time it's considered unintentional. Like there's some bends from natural play.
Right. Right.
But it can be like, based what I read in the document, it could be like there's like, hey, these sleeves are a slightly different shade of yellow than the other sleeve.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Or this card is bent. So
Yeah.
then you present when you're done with that, you present the decks back to the players, and if there is something that usually things don't go wrong, but if something does go wrong, then you have to tell the player without informing their opponent of the exact cards, because you're not supposed to give away private knowledge.
Right.
You tell them kind of the issue, like this card is not in your list, or this card was bent. So then they are given a certain amount of time to fix their deck.
How do you unbend a card, I guess?
Well, what you'd have to do is get a new one.
Okay.
And in that case, there are vendors
At the tournament?
Yeah, at the tournament, and you can only buy and sell with a vendor at a tournament, at an event. You can't do that with another player.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Okay.
So they have a few, like 3 minutes or so to fix their deck to match the list.
So,
Sometimes the list has to be fixed to match the deck.
Okay. So what happens if they have a card that there's no vendor that has it? I mean,
Then there's a penalty.
Okay. And what is the penalty, as far as you know, for your deck and your list not matching?
It depends on the severity.
Okay.
You game lost or match lost, depending on the severity.
Okay.
And a very common judge call for me actually was tardiness penalties.
Okay.
If you don't show up to your round within 3 minutes, it's a game loss. If you don't show up within 10 minutes, it's a match loss. So as the tournament went on, I signed a lot of match loss.
Okay, so people would just leave the tournament, I guess, or just, I mean, because
There are people that leave without officially dropping.
Okay.
Because they realize, there's no way I'm going to be able to get in the top cut, so I might as well just leave with my free booster packs.
Okay. Well, quit while I'm ahead.
You pay like $25 to be in the tournament or something, but you get like 5 booster packs.
Okay. So yeah, okay. So because you're in one big room, right? I mean, it can't be that hard to find where you're supposed to go, but I guess
The tables are numbered.
Okay, so and you're I assume you play a game, then you're told to go to this other or match, and then told to go to another table to play somebody else.
Well, the table assignments were posted on the wall and online. So I actually had to do I actually had help with the paper team a bit, which included handing out the match slips, which are specific to each matchup.
Okay.
And also posting the matchups.
Okay. So the tournament kicks off about what time? Roughly 9, 10, 8:30?
Forgot exactly.
Okay, but it's sometime in the morning. It goes until it's over.
Yeah. It's scheduled to end at like 10. Last time it ended after 9.
Yeah.
We were hoping to leave before 9, but it kept going. They recently changed the time rules, so instead of 45 minutes and then you finish the current phase, now it's 50 minutes in a round, but if it goes into time, then it's a double match loss.
Oh, so if you can't resolve it within 50 minutes, both of you lose?
Yes. Both of you lose the match.
Wow.
From what I've heard, there's been some doom posting about it, but there are other people that actually found it more positive because it forced people to actually play at a more reasonable pace, and there's no such thing as like burning in time anymore.
So I guess people can play slow if they wanted to. Was that the idea?
People, under the old time rules, people would intentionally slow play when the match was getting close to being done, and then make sure they had more life points in time, and then, oh, hey, I won.
Oh, I see.
Or they had a card like, let's say, Gaga Cowboy, play it, inflict 800 damage right when the time is about to run out.
Okay.
And then, hey, I won.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sort of like any sport, they kind of slow down the game sometimes.
Yeah.
So, all right. So this would be your second tournament?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you excited about it?
Nervous and excited. It'll be interesting to take on different responsibilities.
Is there anybody that you judged with last time that's going to be at this tournament too, or you don't know?
Probably.
Okay.
I wouldn't recognize their name. Like just on a list.
So what? Okay. So what time do you have to get there?
So I have to be there by 6:45 in the morning.
Which is pretty early.
Yeah.
And
because there's like setup involved, and then we have to have the judge meeting, and
okay, and they feed you.
Yeah, we were fed breakfast and lunch.
That's good. And they have snacks.
Yes. Okay. We are on our own for dinner.
All right. Well, by then you're hoping you'll be going home or leaving in time for dinner.
Yeah.
Or have late dinner.
Yeah. And actually, under the new time rules, with a few events that have happened under them, people thought that tournaments ended at a more reasonable hour. So hopefully that's how it is for us.
Okay. So a regional is a day long. How long is a? Or I mean, are they usually day long events?
Yeah, regionals are 1 day events. It's Swiss rounds.
And then what's Swiss rounds?
Swiss rounds, it's not single elimination.
Okay.
Swiss rounds are duelists keep dueling. Even if you lose a match, you keep dueling until there is one undefeated person.
Okay. And it's okay. Wow. And then
A YCS, which would be tier 3, is 1. That's when you get the official judge shirt.
mhm.
2, that's a 2 day event. The second day is single elimination
Okay.
with top cut, which is now just the top 8.
And then,
But top 8 matches are untimed.
okay, so that's would be the nationals, or that not, or is it? Would that be a national, or would that be just a?
YCS is different from national.
Okay. Okay. So what is YCS?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series.
Okay.
It's a bigger event.
Okay. So it's regionals that and then nationals, or
Uh,
is that
Yeah.
just a separate? Okay.
YCS, you're also trying to get national points.
Okay. And that's 2 days. How long is the national going for?
I don't know.
Okay. And worlds it would be even probably longer. I would imagine. There's probably a lot of people for that.
Yeah.
Now, Yu-Gi-Oh has. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. I don't especially necessarily have the answer, but there are different rules and different cards. I wonder how they do it. Worlds.
Okay, Worlds also has its own ban list
Okay.
because the OCG and TCG territories have different card pools. So it's an amalgamation of the multiple regions ban list.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, for example, cards that are only available in Asian territories but not in international territories are not allowed because let's say America wouldn't be able to use those
Right.
cards.
Yeah, we wouldn't be familiar with them.
Yeah.
And then they would have their I assume a Japanese card is in Japanese. I'm just saying, as an American, you wouldn't necessarily know what they were playing necessarily. I don't know. I'm just talking.
I don't
Okay.
remember exactly how it works.
Okay.
What I do know though is that you are not allowed to use OCG cards in TCG events.
Right. Which is something you'd be looking for.
Yeah, like if a card is in Japanese, you can't use it.
Right.
Or if you wrote, this is actually in the document. If you wrote Blackluster Soldier on your list, but your deck has Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning, you can't use the Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning because it's not Blackluster Soldier.
Okay. But you said
there is a card called Blackluster Soldier.
Right. So you have to be right. And these, I assume people prepare their list before they go to the tournament.
Yes.
Wow.
At the first regional I did, and at this upcoming regional, the deck lists were submitted online at the same time that you register.
Okay. So you have to know what you're taking.
Yes.
All right. So you can't. Oh wait, I want to take someone's own.
You can change your list up until you have to just.
Do yeah. Okay.
But your list still, like, let's say you get to the registration, and let's say you have a paper deck list. You get up there, and then oh crap, something is wrong. You have to you have to fix whatever it is before the registration ends.
Okay.
And then you can register late, but you go in with a game loss.
Right.
As a penalty.
Right. Okay. Is there any question I should have asked that I didn't?
I don't know.
All right. Okay.
I'll mention I got this badge from judge it to show that I was a judge.
Okay.
You have to wear all black.
Right.
So that identifies you as a judge. Then we had this judge pen to work with for taking our own notes, but also signing match slips, or if the players wanted to borrow the pen, you had to give them blue or black, not red, because red is the official marking. And then at the end, we got 2 packs of these Black Rose Dragon Judge sleeves.
Oh, cool. So, do they give you a pen each tournament, or do you have to bring it back?
Well, you're allowed to keep the pen.
Okay. All right.
So, I don't know.
Well, good luck.
All right.
I guess the players need the good luck, but good luck on your endeavor.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I guess that's it.
Right.
If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Also, if you're looking for a silent fidget toy, use our code MartiniLide to save 10% off your order at getono.com.
All right. So, until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.